Welcome on in to another episode of Getting Wild with Terry and Friends. I'm Terry. That's Tim down in the bottom. Nathan beside me. We might have another couple people coming on for today's games. Lots of sports here. Lots of different things that you can bet, even with hockey not being around. There still is hockey. So
Yeah.
I am alone here in the AHL. So I will start with that. We will start first with AHL here. We'll start with AHL. So there's actually quite a few games that I'm on today. I'm just going to give you my three best bets, the ones I like the most here. Ontario Reign are in Grand Rapids facing the Griffins. Ontario 7-1-2 in their last 10 games. Grand Rapids 2-6-2, not playing very well. I am on Ontario in regulation -120. Next up, we have my Iowa Wild. Actually, sorry, are they at home or 1 second here? I think I may have written this down wrong, and I want to make sure I'm correct. 1 second here. I want to make sure. I think Iowa is at home. Yes, Iowa is at home. So I did write that wrong. Oops. So I was at home, 18, 16, and 4. Rockford is 16, 15, and 4. The Wild have already beat Rockford 3 times. They're already 4-0-1 against Rockford this year. The Wild have won 3 games in a row and are also 12-5-2 at home this year. So they are a great road team. They've had success against this Rockford team. So I am backing them in regulation at +105 and on the puck line at +195. I like Iowa tonight. And last up, a game that cashed for me last night. Stockton is in Abbotsford. They played last night, a 7-3 win for Stockton. I had Stockton in regulation. Probably should have taken that puck line as well, but it happens. Stockton 25-7-4 this year. Abbotsford 15-4-4. Stockton has already beat Abbotsford 3 times this year, including last night. So again, same odds as the Iowa. Stockton and reg +105, and Stockton puck line -1.5 at +195. And then I also have a parlay in the AHL: Ontario money line, Iowa money line, Stockton money line +298. So that is the main games I really like in the AHL today. I'm hoping that I have another good night like yesterday. So yeah, that is it for the AHL. The only one here that has any picks on it. So we will move on along to the NBA, and I will let Tim go first. Tim, welcome on in. I know you really like NBA. Do you have a couple plays for us today?
Yeah. I'll talk about 2 games that I particularly like and that haven't really moved that much with line movements. One of the first ones will be Atlanta at Toronto. I'm on Toronto minus I got it at 2.5. It's up to 3 now. Actually, no, sorry. I grabbed them on the money line when they were -2. So like 130. Atlanta's coming off of a big win last night. They kind of stopped the Suns. I believe it was 11-game win streak. So big win for them last night. Then they had to travel from Atlanta all the way across the border to Toronto. Toronto did play last night as well, but they have a home back-to-back, so shouldn't impact them as much. This is 100% a letdown spot for Atlanta. So for this one, I grabbed Toronto on the money line when it was -130. It's probably close up to -150 at this point, so would probably just have to take the -3. At this point, I think they win this game by double digits. Atlanta's not a good road team, so I'm going to be heading towards Toronto for the first one that I like. And then the second one I like, the line kind of moved a little bit. Go to probably a game that a lot of people would mark a 1-800-GAMBLER. Oklahoma City is at Portland. I got this one when the line was 8.5. I grabbed Oklahoma City plus 8.5 against Portland tonight. It's one of the main reasons why they're one of the best teams against the spread. Was they always are heavy underdogs. I got them at 8.5. They've dropped to 6.5. I would still take it at this point. I do not think Portland should be this big of a favorite against anybody, especially OKC, who is a young team that is definitely covering spreads right now. So Oklahoma City, I got it plus 8.5. I would grab it at plus 6.5 now. Those will be my two plays from the NBA: Toronto -3 and Oklahoma City plus 6.5.
All right. I'm right there with you at Toronto. That is my only NBA play of the day. I got Toronto -3.5, -110. I like the Raptors here. They've been playing very well at home. Nick likes the Thunder money line. So
yeah, you got it at what 295 when it was 8.5. So it's probably close to 200 now. So good pick up there.
All right.
I got one. Yeah, my only play I have tonight is just a pure one. The fact that the All-Star rosters got dropped a couple days ago, and LaMelo got snubbed. So I've got him laddered up starting at 22. I think he's going to be pretty angry about it. I like the Hornets in this spot, so I've got his player prop point total over 22. That's something I grabbed earlier this morning. Just fueling off the fact that we've seen it in the past. Once people get snubbed, they come out and just absolutely start going to town. It's kind of like what happened with Klay Thompson last night. He absolutely went off from 3-point because people been talking, and he just finally clicked, and it's the Klay we've seen. So yeah, I'm expecting LaMelo to be in a different type of gear tonight. So that's my one pick I have. I didn't really take many sides in the NBA. NBA has been really weird.
It has been. I will say real quick, I really like that spot because I remember last year he ended up getting in as a reserve, but we kind of played the same kind of angle with Devin Booker last year. Like the game before the All-Star game, he got snubbed. Obviously, he got in because somebody else got ruled out because of injury or COVID or something.
Yeah, it was COVID. Year. I forget who, but yeah,
I forgot who. But Booker got into the All-Star game eventually, but. The game that he found out that he was snubbed, I think he went and put up like 35 points. So
yeah, it was.
I could definitely see LaMelo going off for something crazy.
Yeah. Okay, I'll give out the rest of it. I've got it laddered up to 30 points. Bet responsibly if you're tailing. Just take the 22 prop. I could see him definitely handling that, especially in his last 6 games. He's been averaging pretty well.
And then if you're playing DraftKings, that probably wouldn't be a bad option to throw him in as a piece of your lineup. Let me see how much he costs tonight.
And just a $5 bet, the triple double for him tonight is plus 1,400.
That could be interesting too. Yeah, $9,600 on DK. He would be probably one of my more appealing payoff options if anybody's interested in that stuff.
All right, Weapon X. Do you have anything in the NBA today?
Man, no. I'll probably be telling some of you guys. I mean, I love the NBA. I love watching basketball. I'm a Heat fan. I just don't have the bandwidth right now to kind of really get into it. And I wouldn't advise giving out picks just by simply just looking at odds and going like that. I don't like to ruin people's monies. So for me, all you guys are saying sounds good. From what I know from other cappers too. I mean, your angles are on point, so I'm not gonna. I feel that LaMelo over 30. That's probably pretty good odds.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you get a pissed off player, like who's motivated, like that's definitely a good spot to look at. Yeah. Nothing for AHL either, Bleed.
No, man, NHL. I'll do the major sports. NHL, tennis. That's kind of something I focus on. The Olympics right now, so.
No, Olympics is coming up here in just a little bit.
Deep dive down in that one, so we can get to that after you guys are done with your thing. I'll just be here listening to you guys and supporting. So
awesome. We'll move on along here to college basketball. 3 plays for me today. I was off to an amazing start in college basketball, and then yesterday I came right back down to earth and got an awakening. So it's not always going to be amazing. There are going to be bad nights, and yesterday was one of them. Today, Richmond, I believe it's Richmond Spiders. I like them -4. Oakland, the one game that pushed yesterday that didn't play, I'm going right back to them, -3.5. And then Toledo, I like -8. So I'm not going to go into deep detail why, just like how I cap the games, and I came up with those 3 favorites. So that is really all for me. Tim, I know you and Nick kill it at college basketball on your show. Up, 66 units now?
Something like that. Yeah, 68.
68 units. That's amazing. If you have a couple plays you want to go over,
yeah,
here's yours.
I'll look at 2 of them real quick, and one of them's going to be in that Richmond game that you like, St. Bonnie and Richmond. I'm liking the under. I got it at 140. I think it's down to like 137. But these 2 teams are going to be a lower scoring defensive battle. And the line movement only justifies my point that it's dropped 3.5 points in some books. I could see this one being more of a defensive game. We had it rolling around a 135, so not as much value now, but I do think that the under in the Richmond game is going to be a good spot. Yes, Nick, I'm about to get to that. And then the trap game of the day. I guess whoever would call it the sucker bet. This will be the trap spot because kind of like yesterday, UNCW was the trap spot. UNCW and BYU were the trap spots. I wish I bet them, didn't bet them. I'm going to go and actually start betting these each day. We're going to figure out, like, I'll start looking throughout the day, look at the lines, see how they move, see where the money is coming in. And then I'll watch Morning Wood and see where everybody else is on, because that kind of helps me out, figure out, ooh, this team's been very popular on the list today. Let's go see how this is looking. The trap play of the day is going to come from the Princeton-Cornell game. I've seen a lot of reverse movement. I think there's about 65 to 70% of the money is all on Cornell, and about almost 80% of the tickets. And the Cornell line moved from -1 to +3. That is humongous reverse line movement. And that makes us really, really like Princeton -3 today. That is going to be the play. They've been really good this year. Princeton is 15-4. I believe they're currently number 1 in the number 1 in the Ivy League. So they've been really, really good this year even though they're on the road against Cornell. Cornell has been okay. They are undefeated at home this year, so a lot of people might see that. But I really do like Princeton to get the job done tonight versus Cornell in that Ivy League matchup. So 2 plays for tonight, Princeton, and then the under in the Richmond game. So there you go.
Awesome. Do you think Richmond wins? Are you kind of leaning towards my side, or?
We have Richmond as a 3.5 point favorite, and on my book, they're a 3.5 point favorite, so it's right on. I think Richmond wins this game. Whether or not they cover, coin flip. I don't know. That's just where we have it. Not really much edge on that for our standards, but I wouldn't hate having a Richmond ticket right now.
All right.
St. Bonaventure has definitely been a little bit underwhelming this year. They are 5-13 against the spread this year, so I don't mind that.
All right, awesome. Nathan, I know you got some college basketball today as well. What do you like?
Yeah. Right now, what I like, keep a couple of reverse line movements to me, but I really like Toledo in this spot. Ball State has pretty terrible defense, so I'm on the Toledo team total over 80.5 and Toledo -6.5. It comes down to it real simple. If you think they're going to get the spread, they're going to hit their team total over. I think they're in a smoke show there. Team I'm very, very, very hesitant on, and they've been on my crap list that I've seen a lot of people jumping on board, is Colorado State at home tonight. I'm just not sold. They were super hot until teams started figuring out that they chunk up threes, and if they don't make them, they get beat. They get beat pretty badly because they're a good team. They can get hot. They can shoot the lights out of the gym, but I think teams have started figuring out ways to shift that defense and defend three against them, and that's another one. Public's on them pretty heavily, and that line has not moved. And that's another. It hasn't had a reverse line movement, but it just hasn't moved, and that's something that's really fishy to me. It's one game I'm staying off of. Another one, Miami, Ohio. The public is all over them to lose tonight because they lose. And that line is stuck at a -7. So that's another one. I'm not on the spread there just because I don't trust Miami, Ohio, but I do think they can score over their team total tonight. I'm on them for 64.5. Akron does not play good defense, and Miami, Ohio's been chunking up buckets and making them, and they've been taking coin. I know. The past 2 times I bet against them, they have absolutely made me regret it. So I'm riding the Miami, Ohio team total over. I've got a couple more, but I don't know if I'm gonna give them out yet.
Yeah, no worries. The point of the show just to give out a couple plays. If you follow us on Twitter, you may get more of the plays. Obviously, all my plays are on my spreadsheet, and the link is in the YouTube and is also on my Twitter. We will go on to the Olympics. I don't know, Tim, if you're going to stick around, but
I got nothing for the Olympics, and I didn't even. You could have a -1,000 line of me not betting the NHL skills competition tonight. So, and you could slam that one. So no, I don't have anything else for the rest of the day. I figured come on and help you out with some college basketball and NBA.
No problem. Thanks for coming, and maybe we'll see you tomorrow.
Yep, sounds good.
Right, see ya. Next up is the Olympics. I don't have anything for the Olympics. Nick is not able to come on. He definitely has some stuff. Our group chat has been going crazy with the different things, including the Olympics. Weapon X, I'll let you go first. What are you thinking tonight in Olympics?
Well, we can talk about the hockey for a little bit since I mean it's something that we all have in common here on the Spaces. Canada and Finland. I think the books kind of really know where that line should be as a puck line. It's what -3.5 at minus. Now it's at -130, I believe. It's kind of juiced. It's getting pushed that way. I do expect Canada again to just like steamroll over even Finland. Finland didn't look very good against the U.S. And I don't think they're going to look any better against Canada, which arguably has the biggest depth when it comes to women's hockey. I mean, even I think when Melanie Daou is not going to be in, I think her injury is not as bad as the American that was taken out in the first game against Finland. But again, they got Sarah Fillier, who scored 2 goals. Half the team has over 6 shots on net in the first game, and Finland are a little bit slow on their out of zone. So for me, the play here would be over 6.5 goals. That should be at plus money, around plus 130. I have it on Cool Bets. I don't know what you have on your books. But if you get an alternative total of 6.5, I think that would be the best value for me there. And if you can get a live spread line on Canada, that also might be a play if you can get better odds there. I see maybe a 7-1, 6-1 game, something like that, around that area.
All right. Yeah, I was looking at women's the Canadian team tonight. I'm just a little worried with their best player is out, so I was a little bit nervous about that.
Oh, Nick showed up.
Yes, I didn't have my computer set up or anything, so I stole my brother's for right now because I would need to set up all my computer and everything, and I just didn't have the place to do that at the moment, so I jumped on here.
No problem. So I didn't bet the Canadian women's game. I stayed off, but
Daou's good, but I mean she's not. If it was more of a team like we're talking about men's hockey, you could say that would really hurt Canada. But they lost her pretty early in that game, in the first game, and it really didn't. It messed up the line with Maria Poulin, but that these women are already veterans, and then there's this transition with already young women that are already flying up, and this Canada team is so fast and so skilled that I wouldn't be worried about the lack of scoring in this game. I think we're still going to see plenty of goals.
Yeah, I would
All
agree.
right.
The same thing
right.
happened with the United States team earlier. I forget what's her face, but they've lost like their number one player as well, and they still ended up winning 5-2 in their first game, adjusting to it. I do agree this Canadian women's team is just so much faster. My only hesitancy about this game is that they just take care of business and win 5-0 and don't hit the over. Because I'm also on the over tonight, but this Canadian women's team is just they're good, and that's all it is.
All right. Nick, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm on Canada here. I'm going to ride them through the entire tournament against everybody, basically, because I have them win the gold. I think they are by far the best team in this field here. I think the United States are good, but I think that Canada is the best team. They're the deepest team in this tournament. I got the minus 3.5 here with Canada. I think they come in here and take care of business. It could be a 5-1 type of game, 6-1, 6-0. And I also like the over 6 as well in this game. I think Canada can do that by themselves, to be completely honest. I think 7-0 is a very possible score in this game. So I like Canada, and I like the over 6. Unfortunately, the team totals are not up on my book right now, unless I would be on the Canada team total over. It took till like 3:30 for them to put the freaking lines on my book.
Yeah, I think because it's such a late game at night, like it's technically like 11 p.m. here in Eastern time, but because China's 14 hours ahead, if you were somewhere in Europe, you'd have all the games on the same day slate. So maybe that's why it's a little delayed.
Maybe, but I've had lines at like 11 o'clock before the last few days. So
yeah, I think it depends on who else working, but yeah, I'm on the team total over 4.5. It's minus 120 on my book. I actually just double bet it, but we're not gonna get into that. But yeah, I've got the over laddered up 5.5 at minus 130, and then the 6 is plus 105. I think this is a smash spot for the Canadian women's team, adjusting. They have so much talent and they're so fast.
Yeah. Well, I mean, just have to jump on that with you guys. I know everybody likes the Canadian team, so I'll probably see how the night goes, and then maybe jump on it. Any other Olympics to go over, or is it just that game?
Oh no, I got plenty of stuff coming up. It's gonna come in the morning. That's why. So
there's 3 more games for the Canadian or for the hockey slate. If you guys wanted to go over them, there's Czech Republic, Sweden, Japan, Denmark, and USA, Russia.
Yeah, I mean, Nick, if you want,
let's do it.
Those. I have for you guys. I have snowboard, slopestyle, and probably future big airs too. That's probably going to be one of the biggest sports of this weekend at the Olympic. It's one of the X Games signature sports that are now present in the Olympics for the last 3 Olympics. So I have some really good values on here for you guys. But
yeah, let's do those 3 hockey games, and then Bleed. Give us your X Games, Winter Olympics.
All right, whoever wants to start with the. I don't have anything up for the hockey games, but you guys can say what you like.
All right, then for the first one here, I'll introduce the game and I'll let Nathan and Weapon X talk first. The Czech Republic are taking on Sweden. The Czech Republic are minus 200 in regulation, and then on the spread is minus 1.5 and it's minus 105 for the minus 1.5 for the Czech Republic. It's minus 115 for the Swedish. Plus 1.5. Total is 4.5 in this game. We'll start with Weapon X here. Are you looking at getting involved here? Sweden and the Czech Republic.
Sweden, Czech Republic, man. I'm looking at fading Sweden. Honestly, I haven't seen enough of this team to like back them up in any sort of way. And the Czech Republic actually started the tournament pretty well. So we've seen a lot of puck lines hit Let me see what's the puck line right now for
Czech Republic. It's -1.5 at -105 on my book.
So that's pretty good value. That's almost even money value. That's probably what I would go with in this game. That's the only angle I have. I think the Czechs have a little more punch in offensive wise, and Sweden really hasn't looked good.
Yeah, this is a pretty good Czech Republic team, and I know me and Nick have been talking about it through our group chat. But yeah, every single game has either been won or lost by a puck line. I think this one's close. It's not going to be a blowout, but all I see is a backdoor cover on the puck line like we got last night in China. Pretty close game, neck and neck through. It's going to be a third period game for me, and it's going to be neck and neck through 2, and then someone's going to get ahead, and then like most other games, they're going to pull the goalie and give up an empty netter backdoor cover. And so I'm on the Czech Republic women's puck line for -105. This is just, it's been a changing of the guard since the early 2010s. I mean, we've seen these teams go at it in the World Championships, and it finally switched. And the Czech Republic women's ended up on top, and then this year they're ranked number 7 at the World Championships. So they've kind of swapped places. I think they've finally caught up to the Swedes on the talent level, and they should be able to win. By how much? I don't know. And me and Nick will be poking at each other over by how much either team wins tonight.
All right. In the second game, Japan and Denmark.
Mm-hmm. Oh, by the way, I am on Sweden +1.5 in this spot here. I see these two teams as actually pretty evenly matched. Both these teams came into the Olympics at 50-1 odds to win the gold. So they're, in my eyes, they're pretty similar teams and pretty even matched teams. So I'm going to take the goal and a half in this one. I'm not going to go all the way to say in regulation +400 because I'm not going to go ahead and bet that. But I like Sweden to maybe even a regulation draw in this one. Maybe see our first overtime game in this one at +365. I could see that here with Sweden and Czech Republic. I'm not super convinced on the Czech Republic. Yeah, they won their first game, but it was against China. So I feel like that was a nice little gimme to start the tournament. So I'm going to look at Sweden here.
Turnsy wants to talk Jamaican bobsled.
I don't do bobsled. But yeah, man. We're gonna ride with Jamaica to win gold, man. All right, that's the best I can do there. I know that was awful. Don't mind me.
The second game, Japan -625, -176 for the puck line, and Denmark +420. Are we going with the underdog here, guys, or no?
No.
No.
I'm on Japan here. I had them in regulation in their first game against Sweden, and that cashed at +220. I think that this Japan was a little bit of a sneaky team heading into this tournament. They came in right around where Switzerland, Sweden, and Czech Republic came in 50-1 to win the Olympic or to win the gold. Obviously, they're not going to win the gold, but this is a Japan team I am looking to ride a little bit against the lower quality of competition. They are coming in off that nice win. This is also Denmark. This is their second. This is also their second Olympic game in their nation's history, and they lost to China last night. So they're definitely not a team I'm looking to back at all. Definitely one of those where I'm going to look at Denmark a lot like people will look at China throughout these Olympics, and just a team that you just want to bet against. So Japan, I got them at -2 at -125.
Oh, okay.
Oh, perfect. Thank you very much. Do they actually have odds at that at +12-1? Because I feel like that's a little bit of short lines there, considering I don't even know if they have a team.
Weapon X, any opinion?
It just can't go with Nick's Jamaican accent.
Yeah.
It was bad, I know. Yeah.
It's all good, brother. Man, Japan might be one of those sneaky teams that can maybe get into a bronze medal game. Honestly, I feel like that's how good they are of a team. So I'm looking to fade Denmark here, especially on back to back. The angles I'm looking at is super puck line for Japan. So for them to win by 3, that's at plus 110. Or the team total at even should be around even money or minus 110 for Japan. I believe it's at like over 3.5 goals at minus 110. I know it sounds crazy. I know it's Japan. Like, what does Japan have to do with hockey? But I mean, you look at the track record of this team, in recently in World Juniors and not World Juniors and like tournaments and stuff like that. They're a pretty good team. They can manufacture offense, and Denmark don't look good at all. So I think Denmark might be the worst team after, like, even China is better than them. So let's just put it that way. No offense to China.
There are no odds on it, Nick. You can stop looking.
I was looking that they don't even have a team on there. So
Nathan?
Germans are favored to win them.
Yeah, they are for the bobsled, right?
Bobsled,
No,
yeah.
Japan and Denmark women.
Oh, Japan. All right, Japan and Denmark. Yeah. Okay. So previously they met at the Women's World Championships in August, and Japan beat them 1-0. So this Japan team, they're not a team to sleep on, and this Denmark team is. We saw them last night. They couldn't get it together and finish it against China. They lost 3-1. They're on second leg of a back-to-back, having played, and this is their first Olympics too. So this many games in this short of time, it's just I feel like Japan can take care of business. I'm on the Japan super puck line too.
All right. I don't know what we would call a minus 6.5 puck line, but U.S. women
An arbitrage.
U.S. women minus 6.5 plus 100. The ROC women plus 6.5 minus 129. Nick, what do you think?
America. Yeah, I'm going to ride with the Americans here. I know 6.5 is absolutely insane to land a game, but this is going to be an 8-0 game, to be completely honest. ROC, they got by Switzerland last night, but this is going to be similar to when Canada played Switzerland, where they won 12-1. I can easily see the Americans winning by that type of score here. They are a much, much better team, and it's not going to be. It's just going to be a complete mismatch. So 6.5, and it's even money. I'll take the Americans in that spot here. Give me the USA to win by at least 7 goals against ROC. I think this is an absolute obliteration.
Weapon X?
Yeah, man. You gotta go American side. Whatever you can get at a decent money to just blow this Russian team. Look, it's still mostly just a 2-nation sport right now in the Olympics. It is what it is. This is smack spots for both Canada and the USA. So I would totally go with that with the minus 6.5. You have to kind of lay it. If you can get maybe a team total there at plus money, alternative team total for the USA, I would also do that.
Yeah, I'm going to talk about Brianna Decker, Turnsey.
Go right ahead, Nathan.
Yeah, so USA kind of looked weird. I know it's a two team race as Bleed was saying, but there's a ton of young talent on this team. Brianna Decker was on the 2018 gold medal team, and there's just a ton of young talent that is waiting to step up and get their chance now that she's out. And I think they bounce back and absolutely smash ROC. My book doesn't have the minus 6.5 yet. I'm not scared of it. We were talking about it earlier in World Juniors, how that was also like a 3-team race before they canceled the World Juniors a couple months ago. But this is one of those spots where a minus 6.5 does not scare me at all. I think they absolutely get organized and take it to the women's ROC team. I'm going to be all over it once it drops on my book. What time is that game? Because I might drop it down to
8:10
parlay.
8:10 Eastern.
Okay, so
So I think that'll be
earlier
7:10 your
games.
Now,
Yeah, I'll
one
probably-
thing I did, one thing I did
Go
notice
ahead.
about this game, I wanted to put out this real quick because I was just looking at the odds here. USA is -6.5, but the total is 7. Do you think a better bet would just be taking the over, just in case the ROC does put up a goal and they win 6-1 or 7-1?
It's 7.5 in my book. Plus
Oh, it's 7.
125.
It's 7 on my book. I might jump on that one as well.
Yeah, that's interesting. Or what's the team total?
I don't have a team total, but it's going to be a half for
I'll have
the
to-
ROC.
I'll have to take the. Yeah, I'll have to check the team total, but I'll probably tease down like Japan and reg or Japan on a puck line, and U.S. women's team total reg or an adjusted score, just because I like both. I like both of those. They both should be in a smash spot.
Yeah, and now looking at that, I'm going to add that to my card here. I'm going to add over 7 with the United States and the ROC. That way, that's kind of like a protection if they do win 7-0, or if they do give up a goal and it's 6-1 or 7-1, that I'll hit the over.
Yeah, and if I had that game, I'd parlay the over 5.5 in the Canadian game and the over in the U.S. game. I think both of those, as we said, easy wins, should cover the overs just by themselves nearly.
Yeah.
All right. We will move on along. I've been waiting for this one, the NHL skills competition. So that will be on tonight. There's a few different
Hey,
events.
all right. Well, we can get into that. I'll just give my rest of my Olympic picks after.
Oh, you wanted to give out your other Olympic picks?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
yeah. This is one of the biggest Olympic events right now this weekend. It's a slopestyle for women and men in snowboard. So it's the race that where you see guys in snowboards going downhill and doing tricks off the pipeline, off the roof of a house, stuff like that, where they can land like super tricks. It's gonna be really entertaining. Now for the women's side, you have the defending world champ, which is Zoe Zadowski, who's favored at plus 100. But the gold medalist for the last 2 Olympic is Jamie Anderson from the United States, and it's her last Olympics, and she's at plus 250. So I think she's definitely worth a quarter unit at that price, because if there's really 3 women that can push for that gold medal, is obviously Zadowski, who's getting into her prime. Laurie Blouin from Canada, which is at a ridiculous odds right now. She might be a little bit better in the big air, which comes out later on, but she's really, really good at this too. She's won Olympic medals before. But Jamie Anderson at plus 250 for the gold is worth a quarter unit or half a unit. And then Laurie Blouin sprinkle at plus 2,000. And her 10 in the top 3 at plus 700 is also worth a quarter unit. Plus 700 for top 3 just for it to medal. I think it's a 4-women race, really realistically, for medals here in this discipline. And Laurie Blouin can probably get between silver and bronze realistically. And if there's any falters from the top 2 guys, top 2 women, she could maybe end up even first place. It's her last Olympics also. She wants to go out with a bang. Obviously, Canada is a proud country when it comes to Winter Olympics. And we know the athletes that they have there. So that's what you have for the slopestyle for women's. Now, slopestyle for men is going to be on Sunday morning, I believe, or something like that. You have a little more time to punch in your tickets for that one. For the women, I think you only have until today at 11 o'clock to put them in. No, sorry, at 9:45 is when you can put in your bets for women's slopestyle as a winner in top 3. Once you get that, then once the qualifying goes, the odds are going to change. So the odds will probably change for the favorites a lot less for whoever's in front. Maybe there you can hedge and kind of guarantee yourself a ticket. That's how I look at it, especially in the Olympics. But for the men, it's the guy behind me right there that you see, Mark McMorris. We know Shaun White is the GOAT of all X Games. He's the reason why there's these sports at the Olympics. But that guy right there might be the second best X Game snowboarder we've ever seen. He has most medals in slopestyle now, passing Shaun White in all the X Games. In the last Olympics, 11 months prior to that, he broke almost everything in his body. He almost died hitting a tree, and he still finished getting a bronze medal and a silver medal. And he is realistically vying for a gold here to get both gold in the big air and in the slopestyle. Big air is a one jump thing. It's going to be a little later on. It's when you go really down the slope as fast as you can. You do like the sickest trick and you got to land it. The slopestyle is you land multiple things. He's for the gold. He's at plus 325. This race is going to be worth sprinkling a lot for 3-4 different guys at gold medal here because they all realistically have a shot. Marcus McCleveland is, I believe he's from Norway. He's the European guy. He's the one who's been winning on tour mostly, but in the last couple of tournaments, Mark McMorris has been the one that's been killing everything. And Redmond Gerard is the youngest kid on the slopes. He's from the States. He's at plus 600 to win the gold. So personally, I will go with McMorris to win gold and hedge myself with Redmond Gerard at plus 600 and him half a unit to get into the top 3 at plus 125 in slopestyle. Technically, these are all 3 guys can land like tricks of like 16, 20 revolutions in the air, front and back. It's just ridiculous. This is the sport you want to watch this weekend.
When is it?
It's gonna be Saturday for women and then Sunday for men. I've yet to see exactly when the schedule is of the final. I have it right here. Beijing. My internet is super slow. Medals. Here we go. So the 5th is Saturday. Okay, so the medals will be Sunday. Sorry, so the medals will be technically February 6th, but that's in China. So I guess for us it's a day before because we're behind. So that's gonna be around 10:23 their time. So 14 hours behind is probably gonna be nighttime for us on the 5th.
Tomorrow. Okay.
And for men, it's going to be on the 6th.
All right.
So
is that it?
That's all I got for you for today. There's plenty of other stuff. I already gave the moguls before, so just go back to the videos me and Nick did. And also I posted on my timeline. So I will be posting these on my timeline. Don't worry about it. I know it sounds confusing for everyone who doesn't know anything about the Olympics. But these are the spots to really, really look at in these 2 races coming up. But make sure you enjoy the show.
All right. Nathan, do you have anything before we get to SkillsCon?
Yeah, I got a couple curling plays. One of them is just straight up. I'm on for mixed curling. I'm on the United States at minus 145 against China, USA. Let's go. That's going to be the one straight up. And then 2, I'm going to be on the 2 big favorites a money line parlay to take care of business tonight. One of them is not on my book yet. The other one is. It's Great Britain at -225. I think that's a great Winter Olympic parlay piece. Them and the Canadian mixed curling teams are absolutely dominant. I don't know who's going to win between the two, but they've been making money in the right spots. So I'm gonna add those two up. They should be at like a -2 something for parlay, but those are two the most dominant curling teams out there right now. So that's my other little pick. I'll be grabbing it once it drops on my book for the Canadian mixed curling game tonight or tomorrow morning. I don't know when they are. But I think that's all I got. Thanks for hosting, Terry. You can drop me in the background and I'll be listening to y'all's skills picks for the All-Star game in the NHL.
All right, no problem. Thanks for coming, Nathan. Everybody follow Nathan and Nick and Tim. I'll have everybody's links in the description once the video is done. We will go on here to the skills competition tonight. Second here. NHL skills comp. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 different competitions that they're doing. I have plays on 4 of them. Sorry, 5 of them. For fastest skater, I'm going with the favorite, Connor McDavid, plus 150. He's the fastest skater in the NHL. He's won this event before. He does have some people that are competing against him this year. We'll have to see if he's able to hold on to the title, but I think he wins it. It's McDavid. Do you got anything in fastest skater there? Up next?
I do. Give me 1 sec to change my background. Wait, why is it not changing? Really? It's weird. It's not changing the background here. I changed it on my StreamYard, but it's not changing here. I don't know why. Hold on.
He will be back trying to change his background.
Okay, now it's working.
Okay.
Today's glitchy. Like it's slow. It's like it's laggy. Oh well, that guy right there. I had to go with a ticket on my boy. Generational talent. If you go watch the highlights the NHL put up this year with him, is some ridiculous goals going from him coast to coast. So yes, I know McDavid is probably the favorite. He's got superhuman speed. Will he use it? He is 20 pounds heavier for anything that's worth. Maybe that will slow him down a little bit. But at plus 500, again, guys, don't go crazy on these. These are really just like really fun pieces. That's right, Makar. But again, at those odds, you can sprinkle a little something and still get a good return. I do agree with you. McDavid is definitely a favorite in that one. But Makar can definitely push it, and also Dylan Larkin. Dylan Larkin has won this before. He's a little older though, so we'll see what he has in the tank. But it should definitely be fun.
All right. We'll just run through the rest of them. I'll give you the ones I have, and then you can go. Hardest shot, I have Pelech at plus 306, 21 and 22. So it's this blackjack game that they have to hit.
Nice.
They have to hit the blocks.
You're so lucky you have those. I don't have those. I'm like, ugh.
And get a blackjack at total 21. I went Matthews plus 264.
Yeah.
I think Austin Matthews gets it. Breakaway, I'm going with my boy Kirill Kaprizov. I got his jersey on right now. Plus 197 for Kaprizov. And then nothing for accuracy. Nothing for Fountain Face-Off for me. But the save streak, I went with Talbot plus 1,000. Smaller bet, plus 1,000, but huge odds for him. So I thought, what the heck? I'll go with it. Weapon X, what do you have?
Yeah, I mean, you can't go wrong with those plus 1,000s. You just sprinkle something. Hey, any goalie that I think that's honestly the hardest one to guess is who's gonna stop the most pucks. I personally went with John Gibson, and I got him at plus 650. I think out of all the goalies, he's one of the most athletic ones, and size wise, also like size and athleticism, he kind of has both. So I just went that route. I have I'm with you on Pelech for hardest shot. I went back and watched his techniques and the way he shoots the puck. He's not a small guy, and he's very heavy on the torque of laying down a puck. He shoots it pretty low, so I think that helps with the velocity of the puck too. And at was that a plus? I got it at plus 300. So I put a quarter unit. All these for me are quarter unit plays personally. I don't go. I won't go higher than that. It's just for fun for me. If I can get something out of this, just increase my bankroll. Yes. For accurate shot, I went with the boy from Anaheim, the late bloomer Troy Terry. He's been lighting it up this year. You've seen it. Like he's not just scoring goals; he's really picking his spots on goalies. So I think he has a really good chance. Also, Johnny Gaudreau, I might also sprinkle something on him. These are two guys that can get it. I already said Kel McCarr for the speed. Gibson. What else did I have? I believe that's it because I only have again fastest skater. I have the save streak. Troy Terry. And that's it. And John Gibson. So that's all you're going to get from me. It's just going to be really fun to watch this. I think it's the best All-Star game to watch, honestly. Hockey and NBA. Everything else is just whack. In my opinion.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. Tomorrow we'll have so we'll be back on tomorrow, regular time. Actually, what time is the events tomorrow? I think it's at night, isn't it? Not 100% sure.
Because it's Vegas, right? So
yeah.
They can't have
so we'll be back tomorrow, same time, 5 p.m. Eastern. And then there'll be more NHL stuff going on tomorrow. The four divisions will face each other. And so we'll be back tomorrow. Good luck tonight, everybody. Make sure to share, subscribe, hit that like button. And then if you want to find Weapon X or Nick or everybody, Nathan, I'll have everyone's description in the bottom and the video description, their links. So good luck tonight, and let's make some money.
Good luck, man. Thanks there for having us. Thanks for doing this. Like always, guys, make sure you go follow, you go subscribe to the channel. It always gets wild on here, so yeah.
Yeah. Have a good one, man. We'll talk to you later.
Peace.
See ya.